Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Saint Kotar. So in the last episode we confronted Detective Mostov, I think was his name, because we believed that he set us into a trap by letting us go, and thus leading us into Dr. Hatur, who apparently turned out to be a Siperon. But we dealt with him not in the last episode, but in the episode before that, so he's now dead, presumably. So we talked to him and he said that he was really sorry and that he didn't know and all that stuff. And to make up for it, he gave us this item here, this note. Can we take a look at it? Yes. He gave us a note that has this eye symbol.
This must be the Eye of Providence, a symbol that represents the eye of God watching over humanity, or as Henri says, the symbol of the demon Kasag. I wonder what that X mark means, if it means anything at all.
Yes, and then it also has this Latin text here. What did it mean again?
Et occidit et bibi sanguinem et viscera devorarit. In inferno nulla est redemptio non miserere eum Deus. It's Latin, and it translates something like, he killed, drank blood, and devoured entrails. There is no redemption in hell. God have no mercy on him.
Yeah, so Mostov gave us this note, and I believe that this note was found inside Victoria's belongings or backpack or something from the crime scene where she allegedly pushed some poor man down from the castle or something like that. So he gave us this piece of evidence, and we showed this to Father Henri to ask him what does this mean. And then he told us to go and meet Gregor, the local graveyard keeper, and maybe he can tell us some more about what these symbols and stuff mean. So yeah, without further ado, let's look for Gregor. And he should be over here. I mean, I think that the graveyard is behind this building, on the other side. So let's do that. Anything new here? Save Mojse, make him come back to God. Evelina is devastated that a man named Rudolf Mojse has renounced God. He was once an exemplary Catholic who helped at the church and the community as a whole. She believes he can still change. If I get a chance, I should talk to him about the matter. Okay, so we have this little side quest. Investigate the castle. We tried to go to the castle in the last episode as well, but naturally we couldn't get in there because the door is locked and there's no other way to get in there, as far as I know. We still have this. Look for Yakov Prenger, Vera's lover. Father Henri told me the Latin inscription found in Victoria's note could be an epitaph. He advised me to seek Gregor, the gravekeeper of the town cemetery. He might be able to shed some light on the text. Alright. So we go this way, I think. Alright, so here's the graveyard. Quite a few things to look at. We got mausoleums and tombstones. Maybe some of these tombstones have names of Kickstarter backers, some high-tier Kickstarter backers. Possibly.
A pair of legs found on the outskirts of Sveti Kotar. Owner unknown. This must be a joke.
Just a pair of legs. Okay.
Here lay the bodies of my mother Agnesa and my father Oton, and the body of Yaga, a sister I never had.
That sounds so sad. I wonder if we can find Arsen's parents here, but then there's no way Arsen came here and put his parents to rest here that fast. And whose mausoleum is this?
No names on the door, just a carved drawing of a star or a flower. I'd say it's a strange flower in the form of a star.
Alright, interesting.
Noren? The family tomb of the chief of police?
Ah, okay. So that's Noren family's mausoleum. Did I read this already?
The nun we never deserved, Evelina Tuk. That's weird.
That's weird indeed. I mean, Evelina is the one and only nun still working at this church. Is this...
The nun we never deserved. Evelina Tuk. That's weird.
It's a different Evelina, or did they place her grave here well in advance? I don't know. Someone has put some candles around this grave quite recently.
Melita Lavnyak, beloved mother, wife, and friend. Rest in peace, Mel. There's no body here, but having a grave was the right choice. Her life should be remembered.
Okay. But there's something else. Tree.
Ida planted it to remember her mother and guilt.
Ah,
The
okay.
leaves are blood red like her mother's eyes on that fateful day.
Oh yeah, that's Ida's mother. Okay. I thought that. Wait a minute. Doesn't that name sound familiar? And yeah, it was familiar because she was Ida's mother. Okay. Another
Two
tree.
names: Aloysia Tominic and Angelina Tominic.
Okay. Wait, wasn't there another tree here, or was it just a bug? I think it was a bug, or a glitch.
Two names: Aloysia Tominic and Angelina Tominic.
All right. Oh, this grave has either been. Maybe this is the mayor's grave, and they're about to bury the mayor here, and so they dug up the grave in advance. Okay.
It was recently dug. The earth is still fresh and the hole full of maggots. Thomas Sluny and Rezika Sluny.
Okay.
May your souls find home, peace, and fish.
I'm pretty sure that was not the... Oh wait, maybe this is the grave where Arsen is going to bury his parents. I mean, he was, and presumably his parents were fishermen.
It was recently dug. The earth is still fresh and the hole full of maggots. Thomas Sluny and Rezika Sluny. May your souls find home, peace, and fish.
All right.
It was recently dug.
Okay. And whose grave is this? Whose grave is this? Also lit by multiple candles.
Born in 1467, died in 1533. No name, just an inscription. The hammer of God, the glitter of divinity in the dark, guard of our faith, our hero. Signed as the past, the present, and the future people of Sveti Kotar.
Okay. Okay, and whose mausoleum is that?
Goldin. He must be somehow connected with the lodge. It's the same family name. The inscription on the door says, "To the loving memory of Ivan, Maria, and Nives."
Okay, so Goldin family mausoleum. And that door is open. Whose name is up there?
Merzel.
Merzel, alright. Well, let's go in. Maybe the graveyard keeper is there.
Everything fine in there?
Who goes? You came here to steal from me?
Since when thieves knock on doors?
Stranger.
You must be Gregor.
How would you know? Go away.
You look like a gravekeeper to me.
You must leave. I don't want strangers in my place, don't want anybody here.
And what would I steal? I just came to ask about something. Henri directed me here.
Henri? That madman? What do you want?
Madman, you say? Please take a look at this. Show Victoria's note.
Please, take a look at this.
In inferno nulla est redemptio. You got that right. Move that away from my face. Why do you have that nonsense on your note?
Have you seen it before?
Yes, I did, and I know where.
Is it an epitaph on one of the graves here?
No. And I won't tell you anything if you don't help me first.
Of course. Of course. How could I possibly help?
How could I possibly help you?
I don't care how you do it, but if you want my help, you will deliver. This mausoleum belongs to the Merzel family.
I can see the name above our heads.
Shut up and listen. I was saying, this is the Merzel family mausoleum, and I'm one body short. It was stolen tonight.
And you want me to do what?
Get the body back in time for the funeral.
You're insane. I'm not
Oh, yes, you will. You will, because I'm the only person in this town who can help you with that Latin nonsense.
Really?
Go ahead. Ask around if you don't believe me.
Really? Are you the only person in this entire town who can read Latin? I mean, wasn't the priest able to read it? Not sure. But so, he wants us to bring a stolen body back. Alright. I don't understand. Why can't you go and find a body on your own? How did this happen? I mean, it's not a pen that was stolen. Whose body was stolen?
Whose body was stolen?
Fran Merzel's. They left the coffin of his wife Yaga untouched, but that's not a coincidence.
How so?
People talk too much. Stories go around say that Fran was loaded with gold when entombed.
And so the perpetrator decided to steal his body, not just the gold.
You didn't let me finish. He was the gold. Rumors say his body was full of gold implants, plates, and whatnot.
Oh, okay. I see. And how did this happen?
How did this happen? I mean, it's not a pen that was stolen.
I was cleaning up the place, making sure everything will be ready for the new arrival.
Ranko Merzel.
Yes, Rank. Will you shut up and listen? Ranko's body is coming tomorrow morning, and so I had to make his new house more cozy. I did everything nicely, as usual, and then went to take a short nap. A nap without sleeping, you know. Problem 1 is that I fell asleep. Problem 2, which is a bigger problem, is that I accidentally left the door unlocked.
Okay. So that's what happened. I don't understand. Why can't you go and find a body on your own?
I don't understand. Why can't you go and find the body on your own?
I eat here, I sleep here, and I do everything here. This is my home, and I never leave it.
You can't call someone else to do it for you?
No one must know about this. No one. You understand? Otherwise the deal is off.
Okay,
You're
okay.
scared.
Shut up. Look in the mirror. I'm the one to be scared.
Looks like I have no choice.
It's fate. You never have choice. You walked in here, and now you have to do it.
Alright, fine. Do you have any clue as to who the thieves were?
Do you have any clue as to who the thieves were?
The cripples. Those bastards sneaked in here and grabbed it like animals. I've never seen someone move so quickly.
Why didn't you stop them?
It was too late. They were already outside the walls. I said it already. I never leave my home.
He's
I
saying
see.
so many contradictions.
Yeah. I was also wondering that, wait a minute, weren't you sleeping at the time? When it was stolen? The body was stolen? Okay, but cripples, you say? Maybe it was one of those 1 or 2 subordinates or whatever. Some cripples, you say?
Some cripples, you say. Can you be more specific about who these people are?
Those maggots always sniff around the cemetery in search for anything valuable. Now you usually interrupt me.
I've learned not to.
Good. They call themselves the children of Mojse. Or is it Mojse that calls them that way? Doesn't matter.
It's the man that Evelina told me about.
Yes.
They won't hurt you, and they won't talk.
How do you know?
They can't.
How so?
You'll see.
Okay, I guess we will. Where can I find these children?
Where can I find these children?
They usually roam about in the area around the ex-school district.
Kuga?
What did you think? That they would drag the body for hours? It's Kuga, yes, just around the corner.
Alright. What happens once I find the body?
What happens once I find the body?
You drag it back here. Don't ask me how, because I don't care.
What am I doing? This is insane. Give me something, anything that could help me. I have a back problem. I can't drag something that heavy just like that.
Here, take this.
A rope and a sack?
Shut up! You're tormenting the dead with your annoying priest voice. Go
Okay.
now, and come back quickly.
Alright, but couldn't you have given us a wheelbarrow or something? Something with wheels, instead of just giving us a sack and a piece of rope. Alright, well, whatever. So they should be somewhere around the corner in a place called Kuga. Alright, so we can't go further there, I don't think. That just takes us back to the graveyard, so we go here maybe. Oh, where does this take us?
God help me.
Okay. Jesus, what the hell is with this place? This place looks like the World War I or II ended just like a few months ago. Or even a week ago. Maybe there was a big fire or something. Can we see a young man, woman, an older woman? Inside.
A dozen people are just standing there looking at each other in complete silence.
Alright. And what's this building? Or what was this building?
Szkoła Sveti Kotar. Basically the same word as the Polish one. Szkola.
So, does it mean school? It looks like a school building. Well, let's talk to this young man here. Or at least try. Let's see how talkative they are.
Sorry to disturb you. God, what happened to your eyes?
His eyes? Are you one of the children of Mojse?
Are you one of the children of Mojse?
No answer.
Where can I find Mojse?
Alright, no response. How about this woman?
I'm not sure if that's a woman or a man, or if they're dead or alive. They look petrified, as if they're made of stone.
Okay, so much from that. How about this older woman?
Madam, can you hear me?
Alright, her eyes have been blindfolded. Are you one of the children?
Are you one of the children of Mojse?
Can we take that as yes? Maybe.
Where can I find Mojse, the prophet?
Okay.
What happened to you?
Alright, bye.
Excuse me.
Alright. How about this man?
The color of his skin is a mix of death-like pallor and dark blue bruises. Must be agonizing.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I guess we go inside this presumably former school
I can't
building.
do that. It would be too dangerous. Any time now, the whole building could collapse.
Okay, so he doesn't want to go in there. What about over here? Can't interact with any of these buildings here. So let's see. We got the Bible, death whistle, crucifix, Hathor's key that we believe goes to his room at the lodge. A note. Mostov sticky note. A rope and sack. Can we combine these two?
I don't know how to do that.
I guess not. Or not yet. So you want to go in there?
I can't do that. It would be too dangerous. Any time now, the whole building could collapse.
Alright, so what do we do then? Blow the whistle and call Mojse out?
I should contemplate more about this decision.
I don't know. Try to talk to this woman again? Never mind.
Excuse me.
Never mind. This young man.
She can't talk.
Okay, now he's talking. What the hell happened to your eyes? Have you been crying? Have you been crying your eyes out, literally, or has someone, well, literally gouged your eyes out?
What happened to you?
I have no God. I will be saved both in this life and the ever after.
You think you will be safe without God?
Without God, I live without fear for my life and the hereafter. I wonder when I will hear the prophet preach again. I want to pray with him.
A brainwashed psychopath.
Why can't she talk?
Why can't she talk?
She's already a child, my future sister. She is safe now, with no tongue and no eyes.
Okay. So that's why she was blindfolded. I would like to speak to your prophet.
I would like to speak to your prophet.
No, he speaks only if you're chosen. You cannot come here and demand to speak to him.
Can you ask if I can talk to him?
I'm not a child yet.
Can she ask?
Beware. You're making us all angry.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Have you been to the cemetery lately? I think I saw you there. So that's a lie. Well, might as well ask this.
Have you been to the cemetery lately? I think I saw you there.
I'm not allowed to go anywhere. I have to become a fully initiated child first. Tomorrow, I become a child.
Is it possible that she was at the cemetery?
We don't go to the cemetery. We have no faith anymore.
You have faith in a false prophet? Doesn't sound like a very smart thing to say to these people, but... oh well.
You have faith in a false prophet.
Watch your mouth. Say nothing against our Savior. Look around you. See how much suffering and death there is. What is your God doing to prevent it? God is useless. Faith is futile. The mountain's malignancy is here. The king is coming.
The king, as in the king in yellow? Stop fooling around.
Stop fooling me around. I know Mojse and his followers stole a body.
You have eyes, but you can't see.
Wait, what is happening? What is she doing?
God has made you blind. You are enslaved by your own self.
Okay, let's calm down, everyone.
Enough! My children are not murderers.
My prophet?
Our guest is allowed to see.
Okay, good.
As
Fine.
you wish, my prophet.
Alright, I guess we go inside. Hopefully he goes inside this time.
I can't do that. It would be
What?
too dangerous. Any time now, the whole building could collapse.
Oh, for the love of... oh, there's another... was this a door all this time? Well, I didn't even notice that. Alright, and... oh, well, you have no legs. Those pair of legs that were buried in the graveyard, were they yours? Well, I guess we're about to find out. But first, so we have a lamp here, chalkboard, and skewers. What is he cooking, I wonder?
Never seen a lamp with such a long hook as this one.
I'm not a miner anymore, but I still need that lamp.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. And chalkboard?
Traces of chalk, letters, numbers, and even what looks to be formulas are still visible in places.
Yeah, so this used to be a school. Well, let's talk to Mojse.
I'm honored to be standing here at the feet of the Prophet of Kotar.
You have to forgive my children. Some lose their temper too easily. You're welcome to stay here. Please, make yourself at home. Have one of my skewers.
I'm not hungry.
I must insist. Nothing good is achieved on an empty stomach.
Well, don't mind if I do.
I'm taking only one, for the sake of this conversation.
Might become useful later. So, that's either a rat or maybe even a squirrel. Alright, well, let's talk to him.
You didn't eat?
I'm not hungry.
You already said that. It is not only disrespectful towards your host, but it makes your thinking impaired too. If not now, I trust you'll appreciate it later when hunger strikes you. So, what do you want, little priest?
Alright, quite a few options here. Your followers were seen stealing a body from the cemetery. Why are you calling me little priest? I'm a monk. You call yourself a prophet? Don't take this as an insult, but I have to ask. Are you a failed ritual attempt, perhaps? Well, that's a quite a offensive question, I think. Are you a failed ritual attempt? Rudolf Mojse? What can you tell me about Jacob Brenger? Take a look at this. So, your name is Rudolf Mojse, the one Evelina told us about last time.
Rudolf Mojse?
Let me guess. It was Henri who told you about me.
Evelina.
Ah, and so she cried. Sad not knowing my fate. She told you about me, and now you are here to bring me back to the right path.
Not in so many words, but she did talk about you for a bit.
You can tell her you didn't find me. We live divided by two walls, and she never sees me. God must be blind.
She thinks you can still change.
But I did already. I did. I am now free and can see.
Why did you renounce God?
You know what this town is. A town of liars and hypocrites. As long as I served them well, as long as I listened to their orders, and as long as I smiled to their stupid jokes, I was their man. I was an exemplary Catholic. When I needed their help, where were they? When I needed a job, did they give me one? When I cried for rescue from the mine, did they get me out?
Well, apparently, yes.
No. No to all. And no more kowtowing at their feet. I'd rather crawl all my life than be a blind slave to them and their so-called God.
You've got it all wrong. Or you want to have it this way because you have remorse.
History repeats itself. These people abandoned even Kotar when he needed them the most. When I needed them, they did the same to me. Then God laughed at my misfortune and made me this way. Do yourself a favor and run away from here, from this community of sheep, from God. They will abandon you, one way or another.
Well, I was about to say that someone did dig you out, did they not? Otherwise you wouldn't be here. Why are you calling me a little priest? I'm a monk.
Why are you calling me little priest? I'm a monk.
You are now, but the future holds many secrets.
What is that supposed to mean?
Patience.
Alright. What can you tell me about Jakov Prenger?
What can you tell me about Jakov Prenger?
Want to know my opinion?
Just what happened to him. You seem to be a man of many sources, so...
He was eaten by the Saborans. His eyes were taken as toys for the children, and his tongue for a souvenir. That is what I heard.
This is a serious matter. The man was a priest of this town.
And I'm the prophet of this town now. Listen to me when I tell you he was useless. Merely a weak-willed opportunist. Even before I opened my eyes and left God behind, I knew that man was a no good. Who knows what really happened to him? But I can assure you, nobody cares.
Okay. And so you call yourself a prophet?
You call yourself a prophet?
My children call me. I merely tell them what I know and guide them.
You tell them lies in a very persuasive way. What kind of monster gets people to gouge their eyes out? Oh, and I forgot. Their tongues as well.
It's for their own good.
To live disfigured by their own hand?
If they don't see, they cannot perceive the eye. If they don't talk, they cannot lure the demons to themselves. My children live without fear and are protected from the horror that is coming.
Well, I don't know about that, but you did mention the eye. Maybe it's the same eye that's on our note. The eye? What horror are you talking about? How could it get any worse than this? In this place there is nothing but horror. Why don't you take out your own eyes and tongue then? Well, someone has to talk to them still, and guide them I suppose, but... The eye?
The eye?
The all-seeing eye of the moon demon, Kasak, the king of Achrizath.
This one?
Little priest, keep that drawing in your pocket. Do not show it to me, ever again.
Okay. Why don't you take out your own eyes and tongue then?
Why don't you take out your own eyes and tongue then?
It's too late for me. I've already seen and felt the horrors. I cannot be saved any longer, but I can save others. I'm my children's eyes and voice now. Their guiding light, and I will protect them from what is coming.
No, really. And no offense, my man, but I don't think you are able to protect anyone as a cripple like that without legs. Anyway, what horrors are you talking about?
What horror are you talking about? How could it get any worse than this? In this place there is nothing but horror.
This town hangs loosely on the brim of a dark and endless abyss. The prophecy of Kasak foretells the arrival of the king of Saborans on earth. The day draws near, my little priest. The king is already here, moving through the woods, hiding in the ground, growing stronger in the shadows. Once he reveals himself with a book, the demons will run to his aid, and this town will fall into eternal darkness. Everyone will become slaves in the kingdom of Achrizath. Everyone except for my children.
Alright. I wonder if this king of Achrizath, or whatever, is the same as the king in yellow to these people. The prophecy of Kasak foretells how? Where was this prophecy written? It's nothing but babble.
The prophecy of Kasag foretells... How? Where was this prophecy written? It's nothing but babble.
The proof exists. The book is not a lie.
Kasag was summoned and asked to dictate the prophecy?
Careful, little priest. You must get a hold of your fear. Do not let it ridicule reality just to make you feel better. The book of Sekfra disappeared centuries ago, but it's not a lie. All we can hope is that it was destroyed, for that would be the only way to a safer existence.
All right. Take a look at this. Well, we just showed him the note, didn't we? I feel like I must say this just to see his reaction, if nothing else. Don't take this as an insult, but I have to ask: are you a failed ritual attempt?
Don't take this as an insult, but I have to ask: are you a failed ritual attempt, perhaps?
You think they got me?
The facial injuries, your legs. I don't know. I'm simply asking.
No. I was never caught, and I never will be. What you see here is what happens when God and his followers look the other way.
What do you mean?
Don't worry. Keep being what you are, and you'll find out soon enough. People learn only when they lose something of their own.
Alright. But now to the main business. Your followers were seen stealing a body.
Your followers were seen stealing a body from the cemetery.
You already said that. I'm curious. What body we are talking about?
Fran Merzel's.
I don't know where that body is.
Oh, but you do. Gregor saw your people running away from the graveyard with it.
So it was him who gave you the task. That explains a lot. If a man serves your god, does that make him a good man, no matter what he does?
What's your point?
Just answer my question.
I'm not here to start arguments with a man like you.
I'm not here to start arguments with a man like you. I need that body.
Craigor has something you want. I understand now. It's not a matter of helping him just because he asked.
I help him, he helps me.
Sure.
Alright, so where is the body?
Answer my question. Where is the body?
What body?
The one stolen from the cemetery today.
Take off the cover of the barrel and look inside.
Why? What am I going to find in there?
The body you are looking for. Go ahead, little priest. Don't be scared.
Okay, you mean this barrel here?
He said the truth.
I always tell the truth, and nothing but the truth. Beware of the man who tasked you with this matter. He's not to be trusted.
Why?
He's a drug fiend. And that body is not the body you're looking for.
What?
It is the body my children obtained. But it is not the one you want.
How can you... You're lying now. I suspected this was going too well.
I knew that black-hearted man. He was my boss. I assure you, that is not him in the barrel.
Okay. Who is it then? This body is heavily decomposed. How can you be so sure?
This body is heavily decomposed. How can you be so sure?
He had the jaw enforced with a golden plate, and teeth infused with pure gold. That is not him. This head has no value to me.
Alright. So you stole the wrong body.
So you stole the wrong body?
You think my children made a mistake? My guidance is flawless. They never make mistakes.
They are blind.
I was about to
Blind
say.
in this reality, my little priest. Not blind in the other one. Take it or listen to what I have to say. The choice is yours.
What would you possibly have to say?
This is not the first time a body has disappeared from the cemetery, but it is the first time he wants one back. Something is going on, and I can smell foul play and fear coming from behind the walls.
What are you implying?
Gregor knows this is not Fran. Make him talk. Threaten him with a denouncement for sacrilege. If I'm right, and of course I am, I want you to make him tell you where Fran's body lies. You find Fran's hat, and you bring it to me.
Why would we do that? It makes me sick to even think about taking someone's head. You are setting me up here. If I do that, I could be the one denounced for sacrilege.
You are setting me up here. If I do that, I could be the one denounced for sacrilege.
I just want the hat. You have my word. I don't care for the Catholic community and their pathetic laws.
It makes me sick to even think about taking someone's head.
Have me as an ally, not a foe. Do what is right.
How can I trust this man? How can I trust anybody? I don't know what to do. Should I take the body?
Take the body and track it to Gregor? No, I think I'll have a talk with Gregor instead. Okay, so this is not the body that we are looking for. This is not Francis's body. This is someone else entirely. If we try to take this to Gregor, I'm sure that Gregor could recognize that this is not Francis's body, considering that his teeth was supposed to be all golden and he had some other golden parts on him, so Gregor would know. Should we just go and talk to him instead? No, I think I'll have a talk with Gregor instead.
No, I think I'll have a talk with Gregor instead.
You made the right choice, little priest.
Wait, what? Oh wait, I didn't want to side with this guy. That's not what I wanted to do.
Should I take the body?
Yeah, you know what, let's just take the body and drag it to Gregor and actually...
No.
You made the...
Yeah, if you say so. But I'm actually gonna save here. Francis's body. Question mark. Alright.
Should I take the body?
Let's see what happens if we just take the body.
Very few people choose to ignore my words. Remember me, little priest.
Oh, we will.
Gregor? Are you in there? Silence is unbearable. It's how it's supposed to be here, but it's too silent.
Knock on the mausoleum or no mausoleum door and call Gregor again. So that's how you pronounce it, mausoleum. I have a bad feeling about this. Knock on the door again.
Gregor, open the door. I have the body.
Is that
You intend
Mostov?
to bless that body too, Benedek?
Detective.
You seem surprised. Didn't you notice me in the alley?
You were following me?
I wish I didn't have to.
Okay, so he was following us.
I have to take you in.
Wait, what?
What? Why? This body. It was Mojse and his cripples who stole it from the mausoleum. I just returned it.
Gregor has a different version of the facts.
God damn it,
You
Gregor.
committed a grave sin. A sin of sacrilege. And for that, you must answer to God and the people of this town.
Gregor is setting me up. I was just...
Quiet! You lied to Maz in the station before. You're lying to me now. What kind of a godly man are you? You should be ashamed of yourself. Follow me.
Well, shit. Oh, hey. A cinematic.
Gregor?
Oh, okay, so that was the end of the game then. Well, we just made the wrong decision there. And then it just game over. Game over, man, game over. Okay. Alright. So that's what happened. Well, good thing that we saved. That goddamn Gregor.
Should I take the body?
Yeah. No, I think I'll have a talk with Gregor instead.
No. I think I'll have a talk with Gregor instead.
You made the right choice, little priest.
Alright. Well, let's go and have a little chat with Gregor, I suppose. Is there anything else that we want to ask him before we leave? Well, we showed him the note earlier, but might as well do it again and see if he says anything different.
Take a look at this, Prophet.
Move that eye away from me!
Why? It's just a drawing.
It is not!
What about the Latin text? Can you make it out?
No. Now put it away before I call my children.
Okay, fine.
Prophet?
So we are done with him for now. Alright, let's go and have a little chat with Craigor. Alright, Gregor. Are you here? Are you here this time? I don't think he will be here.
Gregor? Are you in there? I know the truth about the body, Gregor. That is not Fran.
Shut up! Come over here, let's talk.
Over here? Maybe that's his home.
So what were you saying back there?
Is everything all right? The color has vanished from your cheeks.
You mentioned Fran.
Gregor, I'm the only person in this town that can help you get away with this. I want answers, and I need them now. Otherwise, you'll be facing a denouncement for sacrilege. And you know what that means.
Yes, of course. Everything you need.
Alright. You won't tell me to shut up anymore? Where can I find a Latin inscription? Let's tease him a bit.
You won't tell me to shut up anymore?
I'm sinful like all human beings, and I ask for absolution.
Ask for forgiveness elsewhere. I'm only here for answers. Where can I find that Latin inscription? Latin nonsense, as you call it.
It's engraved on the Griswold's family mausoleum.
Which one is theirs?
It's not here. You'll have to find it yourself.
Oh, great.
Where?
Bezimeni is the name. It's the old medieval graveyard in the forest at the Church of Mary.
The place where they found the mayor's body.
Okay. What about the eye drawing from the note? Is it from the Griswolds as well?
What about the eye drawing from the note? Is it from the Griswolds as well?
Their mausoleum holds just the inscription, but let me see the note again. No, I don't know. It could be the all-seeing eye of God. I'm sorry.
What does Bezimeni mean?
What does Bezimeni mean?
Those who have sinned severely, have become heretics, or acted in any way against God were buried at Bezimeni. The local church wanted them to be forgotten, and so they decided to inscribe their deeds instead of their names. Bezimeni means without a name. History remembers sins, not names.
Nameless graves.
Okay, that explains the nameless graves. And what do you know about the Griswolds?
What do you know about the Griswolds?
Konrad, was a single father who was convicted of murder and cannibalism of dozens of children over a span of several years.
Well, damn.
He had a daughter, Bella, with whom he allegedly had sexual intercourse.
Jesus.
They were both flayed alive, tortured, and ultimately beheaded.
Double Jesus
Coming
Christ.
from a wealthy family, their relatives managed to get the approval of the church for special treatment, and so they got a mausoleum.
You are absolutely sure the inscription is from the Griswold's place?
You are absolutely sure the inscription is from the Griswolds' place.
I saw it only there.
You said you never leave home.
I haven't for quite some time, but there was a time when I did.
I don't recall seeing a mausoleum at that graveyard.
Like I said, it was a long time ago, but I'm positive it was a mausoleum.
I don't know, Gregor. There's something you're not telling me.
Now what? Oh, we're back here.
Benedict? Benedict, what's happening?
Okay, so we are back to playing as Nikolai. And we can't switch back to Benedict at this point. Alright. I have no assigned tasks at the moment, okay. So nothing nothing to do with Nikolai as of yet. And we only have this leather on him.
I've already read it several times.
Okay. I don't remember what this letter was about. Well, anyway, but I'm gonna end this episode here, and this might actually be the last episode of this year, because I'll be going away for a Christmas holiday starting this Saturday. I think it's 18th of December, and I'll be gone for at least for a week, I think. I'm not sure for how long I'll be gone, but at least for a week. So I might come back and maybe make a video or two before the end of this year. But just to be safe, let's go with the assumption that this is going to be the last video of 2021. But anyway, in the next episode, whether it's just before the New Year's or after the New Year's, we'll be playing as Nikolai, and we leave this house and look around, I suppose. I mean, we don't have any tasks to do as Nikolai at the moment, so we'll just have to look around and see that what we can do. Hell, maybe we should just go to the graveyard and meet with Benedict there as Nikolai. But we shall see. So, until next time. Thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Saint Kotar. And in case this will be the last video of this year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year.